I can't emphasize this enough. When it comes to construction drawings, digital's the future. Don't get me wrong, the industry is definitely in a transition phase, and I suspect we'll be in a transition phase for many years to come in terms of how we handle drawings out in the field. There are many of us in the industry that have been around for a while. Some of us just like those paper drawings, so it's going to remain common to see those rolls of plans on a construction project. But it's also going to become more and more common to see people viewing those plans on tablets and laptops out on the job site as well. These days, very few designers are drawing plans the old way. You won't see many drafting tables and T-squares in the offices of engineers and architects anymore. Most of them have embraced digital as their preferred method of drawing. And in fact, many of them are at least 2 steps into that transition already. And what I mean by that is that the first step in this transition was to CAD, or computer-aided design, which is what enabled these designers to start drawing plans on the computer in the first place. These drawings look much nicer, they're faster to create, and it's easier to make changes. But many designers have already taken the next step in this digital evolution, and they're now designing and drawing in 3 dimensions. They're doing this using a tool called Building Information Modeling, or BIM, and there are several software programs out there today that fit into this category of BIM programs. Now, using BIM, designers can actually design in 3 dimensions from the beginning and create the structure virtually on the computer using 3-dimensional objects instead of lines. So instead of drawing a line that represents a pipe inside of a wall or a floor, they insert a virtual pipe into the wall or floor that they create in the software, and everything is to scale and in 3 dimensions. This means that this virtual pipe has thickness, because they insert it as, for instance, an actual 2-inch pipe instead of just a simple line. And this is really becoming an incredible tool because by building the structure virtually first and in 3 dimensions, they have a better chance of finding things that don't fit and making corrections before they become a problem in the field. The other cool thing about this is that the 3D BIM models contain all of the information needed to build the job, so they can still use them to quickly create the 2-dimensional drawings that we use in the field. As all of this virtual design continues to evolve, we will also see some use of virtual reality to put people inside these virtual buildings. In fact, virtual reality is already being used by some designers to put their clients inside their proposed design, allowing the owner to walk through a proposed building and get a better sense of what works and what they might want changed before construction begins. With that already beginning to happen on the design side, it won't be long before we start seeing applications on the construction side. And think about it. Imagine a complex facility like a hospital with lots of things inside the walls and lots of fixtures in every room. Imagine being able to visualize this in virtual reality before you start building, so you can actually see where everything is supposed to go and how it all fits, instead of just looking at our 2-dimensional drawings. So these are the directions that we're heading as an industry. The basic tools already exist, and it's exciting to see how the industry applies them and adopts these new methods of viewing designs.